just walking right now. But the question still stands. Would you rather be seen or felt? Oftentimes we want to be perceived as the young, hot new artist or the kid on the block or, all these different things. We want to be perceived. Why do I say that you want to be felt and not seen? It's because to be seen is to exist within the realm of validation. You want people's validation. You want them to perceive you as such. So I'm gonna sit down, found a random place. My name, Del. So yeah, finding a lot of my names here. So yeah, when you want to be perceived as something, then you'll only work within the perception of it. So you'll do things that you may not actually want to do because you want people to perceive you in a certain way. And ultimately, that's not a life worth living. Because when you live that sort of life, everybody becomes your master. Everybody becomes your daddy. And you actually don't have a life for yourself because everything is for the outside. Everything is for other people. But to be felt is to truly be something unapologetically and to bring that wherever you are. So it's the difference between a poser and a real skater. So like you go to the skate park, you'll see some kids, having fun, and then a random new group will come, or a couple new groups. You'll see one group that has all the Osiris on, has the DC, has everything that makes them look like a skater, makes them look like they are it, but they end up being mid on the board or shiesty on the board because they're only focused on perception. And then you get the unassuming skinny kid who comes along, and he doesn't look like he's a crazy skater or something, but something about his aura just tells you like, yo, this guy knows what he's doing. And then he turns out doing fucking nollies, kick flips, Christ air, all that, right? That's the difference. Anybody who's been to a skate park knows what I'm talking about. They know the posers versus the real skaters. So the same thing goes with being seen and being felt. If you want to be seen, you're just going to exist within the realm of being a poser. People aren't going to perceive you as you truly want to be perceived. They're going to perceive you as someone who's trying to do something. Because we often don't give people enough credit for what they are, but we can easily sniff out a fake person. We can easily sniff out somebody who's putting on an act. Most people can. Sometimes, though, they don't want to actually trust in their own logic and intuition, and then they'll be like, no, this person, they're a great person, blah, 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 even though they have that feeling inside them. Anyways, that's a little off topic. But again, the person who is felt is someone who unapologetically lives and breathes their passion. They are their passion. They bring that with them everywhere they go. They aren't looking to be told, you're a skater, you're an artist, you're a creator. They aren't looking to be told that. What they're looking for is their own personal goals, which usually involves the improvement of their art, the improvement of their craft. So a skater will want to learn new tricks, or an artist will want to learn new painting techniques, or will want to improve their concepts or something. It's all about the continual improvement. But a seer, a person who just wants to be perceived, they're not actually focused on the progress. Progress is only related to how much attention and validation they can get from other people. So, why do I bring this all up? It's because inherently, we all inside of ourselves, we have archetypes, we have interests, we have passions. And sometimes I found people, instead of actually adopting their actual gifts and living within their archetype or living within their truth, I oftentimes try to do some other things. So I'll see people just trying to do too much and trying to be perceived as something because they have low self-esteem and or they don't like who they currently are. But it's like, bro, there's a path to loving yourself. And it involves being. It involves doing what you got to do or doing what's inherent to you and then working on that. you don't gotta do what everybody else does. It's like a couple years ago. Let's say you're into fitness. A couple years ago, there was a big trend of bodybuilding. So everybody got into bodybuilding. If you get into bodybuilding and you're not a bodybuilder, you're a runner, then again, you're just looking for the validation of others. Like if you're like, oh, I just want to shape my body, I want to get my body a little bit better, a little bit right, then cool. That's for you. But if you're an avid runner and then you're like, yo, everybody's into bodybuilding, I got to get into it. So, you know, you don't actively say this to yourself, but you're like, oh, so I can get the validation of other people, so I can get women, so I can get, you know, guys complimenting, all this stuff. You're betraying yourself. You're actually causing a schism. Now, if you do it separately, if you're a runner and you do bodybuilding on the side, and you're not making it you, and you're not doing it for posing reasons, perfectly fine, perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. But as soon as you start wanting to be perceived as something, when your ego comes into play, and you want to be perceived, oh yeah, I'm a bodybuilder, look at this muscle. That's when all the schisms occur. That's when the cognitive dissonance occurs. And that's when it becomes performative rather than authentic. So, you know, my lesson of the day, or the wisdom I'm trying to impart, is be felt. Don't try to just be seen, be felt.